Hello everybody, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that break. Give me a wave and a cheer if you got up and moved around during that break. Woohoo! Great stuff. Well, during the break, I used my time wisely and I found out that I'm actually 16 and a half hands tall. And if you remember rightly, I set Charlton Manor the task of finding out the average height of all the children in hands in their classroom. So let's go over to Charlton Manor now and find out the average height of Miss P's class.
21.375.
21.375. Great stuff. Well done, children. Well done to everybody in the class, and well done if you did measure yourself in hands too. Very well done indeed. Now, over the next half an hour, we've got lots more visitors, loads more experts to introduce you to, including dogs herding ducks. Now, we're having lots of fun here. I hear Sophie's having lots of fun further down in the show. So let's go over and see who she's found.
Hi everyone, I'm in a shed full of lovely farm animals and I'm going to go talk to some children and see how their day is going. Come on. So hello, what school do you go to?
Dogsford Academy.
Dogsford. And do you all go here?
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you say is your favourite thing that you've seen today?
Seeing the baby goat.
The baby goats. Why do you like the baby goats?
Because they're super cute and they run around really fast.
Yeah, we saw them earlier. They are very cute. Okay, let's come over here. What would you say is your favourite animal at the show today?
The horse.
The horses. Why do you like the horses?
Because they're really massive ones and then little baby ones.
There were. I saw some of them earlier. I really liked their little cute white one. It was good, wasn't it? Okay, let's come here. Do you prefer being here or in the classroom, would you say?
Here.
Here. Why do you like being here?
Because it's more fun.
It is more fun. There's so much to do. What would you say is your favourite part?
When we went to see the sheep show.
The sheep show. Oh, have you seen them being sheared yet?
Yeah.
You have. It's really good, isn't it? Let's go here. What's your name?
My name's Navjot.
Oh, hello. What would you say would be good for me to see?
The dogs and duck show.
The dogs and the ducks. Okay, were they running really fast?
Yeah, they were doing like lots of stunts and that.
Oh wow, I definitely have to see that then. Thank you so much everyone for talking to me. I think it's time that we go back to Sam now.
Great stuff, Sophie. Great to hear that everyone's having such a great time here at this day out. And who can blame them? It's sunny, there's loads of things to see and do. And before the break, we met some lovely Shire horses and we worked out and found out all about how important they were on the farm, doing all those really heavy tasks a long, long time ago. We don't need Shire horses anymore because ta-da! We have tractors, don't we, Mark? These are the important things that do all the work on the farms now, like the Shire horses used to do.
Yes, that's right, Sam. So this is the modern powerhouse on the farm. This is modern horsepower. So this is a New Holland T7 tractor. It's about 175 horsepower.
I love the way that we still measure the power of tractors in horsepower.
Indeed.
Did it come from the horses?
It did essentially, yes. Yeah, I mean, traditional methods use horses. Now we use a much more powerful and comfortable machine.
So, as when we used to use horses, people used to have to sort of steer them and work them. These are very clever, these tractors, aren't they? Tell me a little bit about what they can do.
That's right. So not only do they have very powerful fuel-efficient engines, the operator is also treated to the most creature comforts. So you've got everything in there from air conditioning, a radio, an air seat, even a touchscreen monitor like your tablet would be at home.
That is amazing.
And the best bit is we've even got satellite guided steering, so you can have accuracy of just 2.5 centimetres in the same field year on year.
Wow, and that is all done by a computer inside there rather than the farmer.
It is, that's right. But of course the farmer's then left to look at things to do with the machine he's using behind the tractor rather than concentrate on the steering.
Yeah, because we have got a huge, big red thing that's attached to this tractor. Not very technical, I think. But I'm guessing this is the equivalent to some of the old bits of machinery we saw earlier on that used to be attached to the back of the horses.
Yes, that's right. So the machine on the back is a baler, and what that's essentially doing is packing the material into a big rectangular square shape, and then it can be hauled, transported and stacked back at the farm. And that's used for feed or bedding or even energy nowadays.
Great stuff. It's really good. There's some amazing tractors here. This is a whopping one. I didn't realise they were so big.
Yeah, no, they are, but remember they're still got a light footprint on the land because they're on big wide tyres, so they can transmit that power with no problems and limited soil compaction.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. I might get in and, well, I won't have a little drive. I'm sure you won't let people have a little look around in a little while. I hear Sophie has found something very interesting though, so let's go back over to my partner in crime.
Hi Sam, hi everyone. I'm here with Chrissy who looks after the alpacas. Unfortunately, there are no alpacas here today, but we do have some footage for you. So Chrissy, where do alpacas come from?
Alpacas originate from South America, Chile and Peru. And they've been over here for a long while now, and they've been bred over here for quite a while now.
Oh.
Very popular.
Yes. So I've heard that alpacas click their tongues. So if they were here now and they were clicking, what would that mean?
Well, usually when alpacas click, it's usually when it's a mother to a baby cria.
Okay.
When they're in the herd in the field, they usually hum. It's like a humming noise they make.
Yeah.
And if they're away from each other, they'll make slightly lighter noises of humming, or if they're slightly in distress, they'll make a deeper humming, but that's how they communicate to each other.
Oh, it's like their language.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. And also I heard that they spit. What does that mean?
They do spit, but it's usually a protective mechanism for them. If they're worried, frightened, or in distress, they usually will spit first.
Oh.
And you can usually tell when they're going to spit because the ears go back and the lips quiver, and then you usually know spit's going to follow.
Oh, that's
So that's
really
usually,
interesting.
usually a good warning to
Yeah.
get out of the way quick.
So how often would you say you shear the alpacas?
Well, there are two main breeds that we breed over here. We breed the Wakaya and the Suri. The Wakaya, which is this fleece here,
Right.
we actually shear them once a year. The Suri we shear every other year because it
Okay.
takes their fleece a little bit longer to grow.
Yeah. So this is what type of alpaca?
This is Wakaya. It's
Right.
a shorter staple length, and this is mainly used in the processes for your wool and then into felting and things like that.
Okay,
So
it's
this is
really
more
soft.
commonly used. But the
Yeah.
Suri is very gentle, very silky, very lustrous, and is beautiful as well, the Suri is.
Yeah. So how does it get from this to a finished product like that?
Well, when we shear the alpaca, once we've removed the fleece, we actually then have to pick it, and we take any debris out, like toenails that have maybe slipped in there. We will then take it, if we're going to take it to the mill, it will be picked again, and then it will be washed.
Right.
It will then go through the process of sometimes a dehairer, and then it will be carded. It will go on a big carding machine, and from the carding machine, it will then be made into something called a roving or a bat.
Right.
The roving will then go on and be then produced into fibre, so
Yeah.
your yarn for your wool, so you can have it made into different weights of wool, and then from that you can knit and you can crochet.
Oh wow, that's really interesting. So there's quite a lot of steps then.
There's lots you can do. It's fantastic for felting with as well. You can actually use it on something called a peg loom, where you can make rugs. You can actually use it from being raw.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful fibre, very lustrous, very
really soft.
and very hard wearing. It's actually a hollow fibre, so it therefore is very light but very warm.
Okay. Do the alpacas mind being sheared?
They don't mind too much because in this sort of weather, when it's really warm, they do need to get their heavy coats off.
Okay, I think it's time that we go back to Sam now.
Fabulous stuff, great work, Sophie. Alpacas, I love them. We're going to have wool coming out of our ears now because I am joined by Warren, and Warren has got this amazing fleece with him. Warren, how many sheep did this come from?
Just the one, Sam.
One woolly
sheep,
customer.
One woolly jumper, absolutely.
How many jumpers would you get out of this?
Well, it's about 2 kilos, so probably 5 or 6, something like that.
Fantastic. And you sheared the sheep earlier on.
I did.
And we have a clip of that now, of Warren in action shearing his sheep. And it's quite quick, isn't it, really?
It is quite quick. When we do on stage, it takes a bit longer because we're explaining to people how it works, what the moves are. But if you're just in a barn shearing, you'll average maybe 3 minutes, something like that, if you're an average shearer.
Great stuff. And I am thinking that sheep is feeling a lot cooler now. It's very hot here today, children. I guess it's like the equivalent of taking a big coat off, isn't it?
That's exactly right. Imagine wearing a duvet in this sort of weather. That's what it's like. Let's get off.
Exactly. And how long would that sheep have been growing that fleece for?
Well, that's the first haircut that the little little girl ever had. So she's a year old, so it's a year's worth of wool right
Oh, fantastic. So very first haircut. That's
Very first
so
haircut.
lovely. Now, I'm looking at this, Warren, and I'm thinking it doesn't look like a nice, clean, woolly jumper. I wouldn't want to put this on. It actually looks a little bit dirty. Is that because the sheep have been in the field?
there. Well, there's a combination of that, because there's a bit of dirt on it. If you just look on the ends there, that's where they've been lying down. But all this lovely yellow colour that you can see in the wool, that's something else. That's called lanolin.
Ah.
So, you know what that is?
No.
No? Okay, well,
Lanolin.
lanolin, best thing for our skin. That's in your lipsticks, eyeshadows, shower gels, shaving creams, sunblocks. We need sunblock today. Nice hot day. Just a nice
Wow.
base for pretty much everything.
Wow, that is amazing. I didn't realise that all that sort of stuff came from a sheep.
Waterproofing for the sheep. That's what it does.
Amazing, great. Because of course, children on our online field trips, we learn all about how farmers produce the food that we eat. But it's very important to remember that farmers have another role, and they provide some amazing things for us. Without farmers, we wouldn't have woolly jumpers, makeup, and everything else that Warren just mentioned too. Warren, I think we may have some questions for you now,
Okay.
all about sheep and all about wool. So let's go over to All Saints School now and see if we have a question for you.
Hi, my name is Lila, and my question is, what is the average amount of wool a lamb can grow before being sheared for the first time?
That's a great question. So Lila would like to know, what's the average amount of wool that a lamb can grow before it's sheared for the first time?
The average amount, that depends on the breed, but let's just be general, about 2 kilos worth. So it all depends on how thick the wool is, but it could be anything from kind of that thickness to almost that thickness and weigh about the same. So about 2 kilos worth. It's a
Okay.
lot of wool.
Is this about 2 kilos
That is.
here, Warren?
That
So
is.
that's about
That's
it.
about right, yeah.
Fantastic.
For
I
a
hope
year
that answered your question. Let's get one more question. Let's go to Moorside Primary now.
Hi, my name is Joseph. My question is, how long does it take for the wool to grow back again?
Question. So Warren, how long does it take for the wool to grow back once you've sheared the sheep?
Well, it's an interesting one. To get to a fleece that big, it's about a year. But to get to a level of wool that it's the only thing a sheep needs is about an inch, and she'll grow that back in about 2 weeks.
Wow,
So
very quick.
2 weeks' time, she's got all the wool she needs to handle any weather that the climate can throw at it.
Yeah.
But it takes about a year to get to that length.
Wow,
So-
fantastic. But how do you get this, Warren, to wool that we would knit with? I mean, that looks nothing like a ball of wool.
Okay, well, it's quite simple, really. In this wool, it consists of something called a wool staple. So if I pull one of these out here, just like so you can see the length of the wool. We'll just split it up a little bit. And then what you do is you spin it. So you literally put it in a machine, or you can even do this at home with a potato and a pencil. Just attach it, spin the potato, and it literally does just spin, like so. And then you land up with a bit of
Wow.
wool. Now, it's got little microscopic hooks on it, which means that you can just keep adding the next bit on and spinning it together. And that will land up being a nice long length of wool as we know it.
Wow, nature is incredible,
It's
isn't it?
very clever, very clever. Can't beat it, really.
Very clever. Well, should we do a bit of knitting, Warren? You any good at knitting?
No, I think I'll leave that for my granny.
Great stuff. Let's head over to Sophie now, see what she's found.
Hi everyone, I'm here with the Shy Horses, and this is Steve, who is a farrier. So Steve, what actually is a farrier?
A farrier is a person who shoes horses, not to be muddled up with a blacksmith. Blacksmiths make gates and railings and things like that. Although years ago, a blacksmith shop was in the middle of the village and they would have done everything. But a farrier just shoes horses and nothing else.
So there's a difference there.
So there is a big difference.
Okay,
Yeah.
so why do the horses need to wear shoes?
Good question. There's three main reasons: protection,
Yeah.
correction and grip. So the foot itself is a bit like your fingernails, but they're walking on. So obviously they would wear away on the hard roads and
Yeah.
things. So we put a shoe on to protect that. They also, like if you were playing football or hockey, you would have shoes with studs and things in to stop you slipping.
Yeah.
So they have shoes
the
to stop
same
them
thing.
slipping. And again, if they've got a limb that is twisted or a leg that is twisted, which can happen as foals and things
Yeah.
when they're laying in the womb, we can put a thicker shoe on one side and thinner on the other, so that is the corrective shoeing.
Oh, that's good. So does that hurt the horses when they get their shoes put on?
Not at all. The whole hoof itself is made up of a horny, it's like a box.
Yeah.
And we just deal with the horny structures, so they're really hard, just like your fingernails.
Yeah.
And they grow just like your fingernails. So every 6 to 8 weeks, they have to have them trimmed, like you would yourself.
Just like us.
Yeah, yeah.
How did you become a farrier?
Through my father and my grandfather. I'd spent as a small boy in the forge, and that was just a natural progression. I never wanted to do anything else.
Was it hard to become one?
Yeah, you do a 4-year apprenticeship, and in that time you study anatomy of the horse, physiology of the horse, not just making shoes and knocking them on. So a lot of time spent in the classroom studying.
Lots of studying.
Yeah.
How often do you need to change the horse's shoes?
Most horses have changed their shoes between 6 and 8 weeks on average. They might not have worn the shoes out, but as I was saying, the feet grow.
Yeah.
So as the foot grows longer, the shoe would get longer and longer, and that would be walking with like flippers on for them. So they have to keep their shoes and feet short.
That's really interesting. Thank you. I really like horses, so I love that lots. I think it's time to go back to Sam.
Thank you so much, Sophie. I'm so glad that Sophie got to meet those lovely Shire horses, because I know she loves animals and they were amazing creatures. And great to find out a little bit more about what they wear on their feet. I'm joined by another guest now. This is George. And George has come along with a fantastic contraption to show us as well. So, George, what is it you do?
Hi, Sam. Yes, we on our farm in Chatteris in Cambridgeshire, we make a cold press rapeseed oil, use a contraption very similar to this one back on our farm, but it's bigger than this and slightly more mechanised.
Okay, so I have heard the word, or I know the word rapeseed. Is it those beautiful fields full of yellow flowers we see when we're driving around?
Yeah, so those golden fields in May that you come out all over the place, that lovely scent, and it's a lovely crop for bees and insects as well. It's nearing its maturity now, and we'll soon be in with the combines, and we'll soon be on to the new crop pressing.
Fantastic. I'm sure the children have seen rapeseed while they've been out and about. Now, recently we went to Spain and we did an online field trip all about olive oil. And when I learned while we were there that we can't grow olive oil, or we can't make olive oil here because we can't grow olives, but is rapeseed something we do over here, obviously?
We can't grow olives, no, and we can't make olive oil, but we can make some cracking alternatives, and it will beat olive oil hands down any time.
Fantastic. Can you show us how it's made then? So how do you get the oil from those flowers?
Yes, I can. This is a miniature press. Normally it would have an electric motor on it, but this one's a hand one. Now it's probably not going to work.
You need your muscles for this.
Slightly unstable, but
yep.
If you can see the pulp is being extruded out of the end in a pellet form, and the oil is gently dropping from the filters underneath there.
So these kind of pellets that are coming out, they look like animal feed to me. If anyone's got an animal, is that what they're used for?
There's basically three uses for them. There's only 2 uses we use them for, and we can either use them as an animal feed or we can use them as a fuel. It depends what the comparative prices of energy and fuel and energy and animal feed is.
And this is the lovely oil that comes
and that's
out.
The golden oil
it looks
that we make,
absolutely lovely. Can I try some?
I'd be delighted if you tried some.
Yeah, okay. Fabulous stuff. There we go. Let me try.
Looking after you.
Okay. That's lovely. It's got a bit of a nutty flavour to it, hasn't it?
It's a lovely, slightly subtle nutty flavour, and it's ideal for dressings. It's got a slightly higher burn point than olive oil, so you can cook easier with it, stir frying, and that's perfect. It's just
fantastic. It's lovely.
It's a wonderful oil.
Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you so much, George. Rapeseed oil. Fantastic. Right, I hear that Sophie has found something very, very interesting at the other end of this whole field. So let's go and find out what she's tracked down.
Everyone, I'm outside the Shire horses and it is really smoky, so I'm going to go talk to some 3 lovely children. So what school do you go to?
Discovery Primary School.
Oh, do you all go here?
Yeah.
What's your name?
I'm Hadika.
Hello. What would you say is your favourite thing that you've seen today?
The horses, because they were really interactive with each other, and I like to smell of the stuff.
Same, I really like the horses.
Yeah.
They're quite cute as well, they're quite big.
Yeah.
So what was your favourite bit?
I like playing with the dogs because the dogs were really cute, and I made a friend dog.
Oh, a friend. What was your friend's name?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, he was asleep and then he woke up and then he laid on me, kind of.
Oh, that's so cute. Was he nice and fluffy?
Kind of.
Not really?
No, not really.
Was he a good dog though?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I have to see the dogs
They're brave.
as well. They are brave, yes.
Because a lot of people play with them.
Let's come over here. What's your name?
Jamie.
Hi, Jamie. What was your favourite animal that you've seen here today?
Probably the dogs, because I really like dogs.
The dogs as well. That your favourite animal?
Yeah.
I love dogs too, but cats also quite nice. Okay, have you been here before?
Not really, and it was a really good place for children to come here.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's loads of activities and really fun things to do. I've loved it. Okay, guys, can you give everyone watching, all the children, everyone, a nice big cheer to show how much fun you're having today? Come on, really loud. Okay, through, 1. That was really loud for just 3 kids. Thank you so much. That's time to go back to Sam.
Great stuff, Sophie. Thank you so much. You're having a fantastic time out there, as is all the children here today. I think, Sophie, if you can still hear me, you should make your way back to the set, because I think you're going to be very interested in my next guests, because we have 2 gorgeous dogs down here, and I know Sophie's a massive fan, and we have Jason. Hello, Jason.
Oh, yeah.
So what is it you do, and what are these lovely dogs for?
Basically, I do a dog and duck show, and these 2 guys are the star performers. We have Nora and Sid. They're both border collies that round up the ducks.
Fantastic. Hello, Nora. Hello, Sid. They're just chilling out, aren't they? Have they been meeting all the children today?
They have indeed, yeah. They've been introducing themselves and showing what they can do to the kids in the arena.
Great. So how long does it take to train a dog to herd a duck?
Well, it takes about 2 years to train them, and it takes another 2 years for them to fully mature and steady up on the ducks.
Fantastic stuff. It's absolutely great. So how do you make sure that they do behave and they don't sort of run after the ducks and stuff like that?
Well, basically it's a respect thing. If they respect me as pack leader, they won't chase the ducks more than I ask them to.
That is so good. And can you train any dog to do a trick like this?
Yeah, with enough time and understanding you can. Yeah, it's encouraging the right behaviour in the right dog.
Really, really good. So you have been doing your show over there. I can't wait to see it. I'm going to come and take a little look later on. Let's get some questions for you now, though, because I think the children are probably like, dogs herding ducks? I've never heard that before. So let's go over to Downsbrook School and see if Mrs. Sharp's class has a question.
Hi, my name is Callum, and my question is, how long does it take to train dogs to herd ducks without eating them?
That's a really great question. That's the one that I was thinking of as well. So Jason, how long does it take to train the dog to herd the ducks without eating them?
Oh, well, I can train them their whole life without eating the duck. Again, it's a respect thing. I'm pack leader. If I don't eat the ducks, the dog won't eat the ducks.
I love that. That's great. Really great question. Let's get another question. Let's go to Holy Trinity Rosehill now.
What breed of dog can you train to herd ducks?
Really, really great question. So is there a particular breed of dog that is good for training to herd ducks, Jason?
Oh, absolutely. The Border Collie is one of the best dogs you can have for training dogs with ducks. Kelpies are very good, and so are Australian Shepherds.
Can I have a go? Can I have a little go at trying to get them to do something?
Absolutely.
So which one shall I?
You'll choose Nora.
Nora?
Nora.
Nora.
Okay.
He's listening to you, not me.
No, so if you say Fastilla, there we go. See? Nora. Huh?
Nora.
Okay.
Nora. Fastilla. Fastilla. Now I've got the power, not Fastilla.
Yay! Well done.
Jason, I think that was more you than me, but I will take it. I will absolutely take it. That's so good. Have you got any advice for some of the children that may have a dog as a pet at home for maybe training them?
Absolutely. If the children at home want to train their dog, learn the language of the dog, understand the dog, don't force your language onto the dog. Take time and patience. Make sure the dog is calm and you're confident with it, and you can get your dog to do anything.
Fantastic. Can you get your dog to do anything?
I can make my dog walk on her hind legs.
Can we see?
Of course you can.
Okay?
Okay. Nora, Harp, come here. Come on. There we go. Good girl. There we go. Nora, Fastilla. Good girl.
These are the 2 most well-trained dogs I have ever seen, Jason.
Oh, thank you so much.
Done.
Thank
and we're
you.
joined by Sophie now as well. Sophie's back just in time. Sophie, meet Sid and Nora. They're so lovely, aren't they? You love dogs, don't you? Come on. You've been doing a great job, Sophie. While you're stroking the dogs, can you just tell me what your favourite thing has been about today?
I really liked the birds of prey because there was so much to learn about them.
Great stuff. I think my favourite part actually, Jason, not just because you're here, is meeting your wonderful dogs.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, I put a lot of time and effort into them, so they're nice and calm, and I'm so happy you like them.
You don't want one of them to come home with me?
You'll have to ask my wife first.
Oh no, okay. I'll have to get my own dog and train it.
Yes, absolutely.
But thank you for the tips, and thank you so much, children, for watching today. We're almost running out of time. We've just got enough time to come to each of you to find out what you have enjoyed the most about today. So let's go to All Saints School in Barry to find out what Miss Webb's class has enjoyed the most about today.
Hi, my name is Maisie. My favourite part was measuring each other using hands.
Fabulous stuff. So All Saints School have really enjoyed measuring themselves in hands. Great work, children. Let's go to Moorside Primary now and see if Mrs. Powell's class can tell us what they've enjoyed the most today.
Hi, my name is Sadie. My favourite part today was seeing Freddie the horse.
Oh, fabulous. So Moorside loved meeting Trevor the horse. Fantastic stuff. Let's go over to Downsbrook School now and see if Mrs. Sharps have had a really good time today watching us.
Hello, my name is Ebony. I have learned that there is no difference between the health of goat's milk or cow's milk. I have also learned that you can make 5 or 6 jumpers from one sheep.
Fantastic. So Downsbrook School have really enjoyed learning all about the sheep, how they're sheared and how you can make about 5 or 6 jumpers out of the sheep. Great stuff. Let's go over to Holy Trinity Rosehill now and see what Mr. Waller's class has enjoyed the most today.
I've really enjoyed today's online field trip, and I have also enjoyed learning about what foods come from which animals.
Fantastic. So Mr. Waller's class enjoyed learning about how what food comes from all the different animals we've seen here today. Great learning. Thank you all for watching and learning with us today, children. We hope you've enjoyed the day here in Peterborough. I know we all have. It's been absolutely great, and thank you so much to everybody who has watched and learned along with us on all the online field trips that we have done throughout the course of the year. Thank you for taking part. We'll be back in the autumn with some more food adventures, starting with a show all about earthy root vegetables on the 17th of September. So we'll see you then. In the meantime, why not try your hand at cooking your very own recipes from all over the world with our summer series, Let's Cook Along, which is starting in the summer holidays. You can see the children on screen having lots of fun and having a great time in the kitchen. So why not join in? That's it from us here at this amazing day out. Thank you so much for watching us. Have a great summer, and we'll see you in the autumn. Bye. Bye. Great stuff. See you all in the autumn. Goodbye.